Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, Kid Icarus of Myth and Monsters on the Nintendo Game Boy. Goddess Palatuna, the ruler of Angel Land, had a vivid dream of an evil force invading their beautiful world. She called the valiant warrior, Pit, and sent him into a program of intense training for the upcoming attack. Pit must now find the 3 sacred treasures hidden in Angel Land. Be brave, Pit. Your long mission is just beginning. So this is the second game in the Kid Icarus series, although it's not necessarily considered a sequel to the first game. The third game in the series, Kid Icarus Uprising, mentions the first game and the events that happened in it, but don't mention anything in this game here. So some people just speculate that it's kind of like a side story. I guess if you think about it, like, it really doesn't make sense to send Pit on training, because in the first game, Pit basically saved Angel Land from Medusa, so why does he need to go train? He's already proven that he's a hero, and he also uncovered the 3 sacred treasures in that game, so yeah. But whether you consider it a canon sequel or just a side story, doesn't matter. It shares a lot of similarities with the base game on the Nintendo, so just like the base game on the Nintendo was used the same game engine as Metroid. This game uses the same game engine as Metroid 2, Return of Samus on the Game Boy. We got these bat rooms that have taken the place of the Speck Nose rooms in the base game. Different enemy, but still serves the same function. Basically allows you to go fight a bunch of enemies to gain hearts. We want to gain hearts because hearts are the currency in this world. And gaining hearts allows us to buy different items from the shop. Not really going to be buying much from shops. The main thing we're going to be buying is bottles. We can only carry 1 bottle at a time until we get a barrel, which allows us to carry up to 8 bottles. You can get bottles from the Black Market shop, which sells special items, and also will sell you back any items that get stolen from you by these thief enemies. The items that can be stolen from you are these treasures that you win from the harsh training, just like in the base game. You get fireballs that added to your arrows. There are a longbow, and then there's the crystal protective shield. They all make a return from the first game. And so does this little mini game, the treasure room, where you basically shoot these pots, and if you shoot the pot that holds the god of poverty last, you get an item. In this game, you can get bottles, a barrel, a credit card, which functions a little bit differently in this game. In the base game, a credit card allows you to buy an item in the black market if you didn't have enough hearts. So say there was a barrel for 500 in the shop, and you only had 400, and you have the credit card, you can still buy the barrel. It's just that the next 100 hearts that you get would go to the merchant in the black market to pay off your debt. In this game, the credit card just lets you buy item for nothing in the black market. And you can also get keys in those treasure rooms. Keys allow you to enter a door. When you enter a room and then leave the room, the door closes. Now you saw right there, at the end of each level there's usually a hidden angel key. Or there is an angel key hidden, and that unlocks all the doors in a stage. Not necessarily all that, useful, but say you missed something, you want to go back or retry something. The angel key, though, will only appear, like I said, if you get all the doors, enter all the doors. So, here in the bat area again. As you can see now, something different. If enemies drop a half a heart, there's a chance that they can drop a small little chalice, which refills 1/4 of a bar of life. A wine glass refills a full bar of life, and the bottle, when you get to 0 life, if you have a bottle in reserve, it will refill 1 bar of life. You can get up to 5 bars of life, and you increase your life meter by getting points. You get points by defeating enemies, by collecting their hearts, not taking damage. You take damage, you kind of lose points. Besides speaking of taking damage, if you take damage, there's another way you can refill your life by visiting hot springs. Got another shop. The black market shops, there's a chance that you can lower their prices. If you press left A and B at the same time, the shop owner may lower his prices, but he may raise the prices too. It's similar to the original game. And that's based on your strength. If you're strong enough, certain markets have like a threshold. If your strength is high enough to intimidate that shopkeeper, then he'll drop his prices. You gain strength by visiting these rooms with these old men in them. And if you defeated enough enemies, basically got enough points, he'll reward you with an arrow upgrade. We start with an arrow power of 1. Every new arrow that we get increases the power by 1. So right now, our arrows do 1 damage. When we get a second arrow, we'll do 2 damage. All the way up until, you know, we do 8 damage. So you want to, like I said, defeat as many enemies as you can just to get those points, get the arrow upgrades. There's another returning item, the harp. It turns enemies into hammers. Hammers play a little bit more of an important role in this game than in the base game. In the base game, the worlds are divided. There's 3 worlds: Underworld, Overworld, Skyworld. Each of the world has 3 stages, 3 platforming stages, and then a fortress stage where you have to navigate like a maze and then defeat a boss at the end to get the sacred treasure. Similar format for this game, but in the base game, you would smash Centurion statues with hammers, and then the Centurion would go and he'd help you fight the bosses in the fortress stages. You don't get any help for the bosses in the fortress stages in this game. Using the hammers basically is just to find items in the Centurions and to uncover hidden doors and items like that angel key. We're going to see another angel key coming up here in a little bit. So there we just got our first strength upgrade. So now we have 2 arrows on our meter. So now enemies that took 2 shots, now we can defeat them in 1. And another angel key, like I said, usually by the end. So like I said, if we wanted to, we can go back to the beginning of the game. And, that's a big difference. In the base game, you know, when you scroll off the bottom of the screen, anything you scroll off the screen, it basically getting hit. So if you fell down, you would die. But in this game, it scrolls up and down, so we could technically fall all the way back down to the beginning of the stage. Now that obsoletes the feather item. The feather item basically saved you in the base game. If you fell in a pit, it would make you fly for a few seconds. There's still a feather in this game, and it allows you to fly for a few seconds, but you only activate it when you like touch the feather. Sometimes it's just sitting outside in the overworld. But yeah, it's like I said, it's not to save you from pits. And speaking of flying, you can actually use your wings in this game a little bit. When you jump, you can press the A button and your wings kind of flap, and that can slow you down, slows your descent down, so you might be able to get a little bit of a farther jump. So I got over 3,000 points there. I got my first life upgrade. First life upgrade comes at 3,000. The next will come at 9,370 points. The third one, 18,900 points, and then the final life upgrade is at 28,680 points. I wanted to farm there for some hearts and get the points because so that I would guarantee that I would get a life upgrade. Because at the beginning of the stage here, as you can see, there's a hidden hot spring. Go into it. Just defeat a bunch of those guys. If you have enough life to tank a hit, you can just jump right through those blocks that are falling down. As soon as you get into the hot spring, the blocks stop falling. But I was basically one hit away from death, so, or using my bottle. I don't want to use my bottle. I want to save it. So that's why I just defeated a few of those things that were falling, those rock pillars, so that I could not take damage and heal myself up. You see me flap my wings a little bit. So that helps slow your descent down, which makes a little bit of a longer jumps. And here we have our intense training room. This is a training mission. Politunia sent Pit on this training mission, so it's important that you get to every single one of these training rooms. This is probably the only time when like keys would be important. If you say you missed a training room or you accidentally leave the training room before you get your reward, you want to go back in there and always complete your reward. Because in addition to giving you an item that can help you, defeating the training rooms allows you to equip all the sacred treasures at the end of the game. Like the base game, the last stage of the game is going to be kind of like a shmup, shoot 'em up, scrolling, where you scroll across the screen, flying and shooting. You're guaranteed to use the Pegasus wings, which allow you to fly, but the other two items, the light arrows and the silver armor, depending on how well you do in the game, you may not get a chance to use them. So, I'm going to try to hit all those training. That's where I guess the key can come in handy, so you actually have to like leave, you know, training before you finish it. You know, might want to jump back in. But there's plenty of training rooms to go. Unlike the base game, where you usually want to pick the longbow first, in this game you want to get the fireballs first, because in the base game, the first treasure that you got was activated when you had 2 full bars of life, and then the second when you had 3 bars of life full, and then the third when you had 4 bars of life full. So you want to get the bow first because that's probably the most useful. But in this game, it's not based on what item you get first. The fire arrows always are with 2 life bars full, and then the bow with 3. It doesn't matter if you get the bow first; it's still only gonna activate when you have 3 life bars. So you might as well just get the items in the order that your life strength will increase. So get the fireballs first, because that'll be the thing activated for the cheapest. Then get the bow. Then get the crystal shield. Now, one difference is you do lose the Centaurians in the fortress stages, but in this game you can actually use those special items in the fortresses. So we have the required life. We'll still have fire arrows in the fortress. Sadly, we got another bottle there. We can only carry 1 until we get a barrel to carry the max of 8. So this was a pointless room. Well, I got some hearts and I got some hammers. Let's just keep making our way up to the top here. Scrolls, you kind of can tell by now, the scroll kind of wraps around each other. Like I said, not the base game, so I didn't die there. I just fell down and had to retrace my steps. So that does make the game, the platforming, a little bit easier in this game. Most people consider this game a little bit easier than the base game. But one thing that did make the tougher in this game than in the base game is the bosses in the fortresses. First of all, the bosses in the fortresses, they don't have a life meter, so you can't really see how damaged they are. and their patterns are a little bit harder to, you know, dodge. And of course, you don't have any Centaurian help against them, so... Hey, we got another arrow upgrade here. Nice, so now we do 3 damage with our arrows. Let's just keep on heading up. Snakes. There's 5 things. They're not as easy to grind as they are in the base game. Feel more random. There's a few safe places in the base game where they just like bomb them away. Not necessarily here. These slugs that duck, so shoot them as they fall down. Get another angel key. Looks like we ain't gonna head back. We're just gonna head into this door to the first fortress. But we also have the option now to save our game. After each level you can save your game, and you'll restart basically at the level. So you don't have to take a password anymore. So I'll see you in the next episode where we start the first fortress. Bye!